Hi, it's Matt Stone of 180 Degree Health. Again, we are beef tenderloin this month, Mignon March. And since we're using whole tenderloin, definitely I don't want to freak you guys out with the whole, get the whole tenderloin thing, because that's, that's a little intimidating. If you're not into this Susie Homemaker crap, then, go have a burger. Great. You don't have to do this. This is for kitchen geeks like me. Anyways, if you're going to get the whole tenderloin, which is a fun project for you guys that are into it, I would definitely render all the fat. That's just a little added bonus that you get. Beef tallow is really low in omega-6 and makes for a really good tasty oil to fry potatoes and whatever else you want to use to saute. The heat is actually off on this pan. You can actually use just a regular baking sheet, but I've got the fresh fat from the last one I did, and I've got some frozen blocks as well from tenderloins of old. This is obviously not something I do every day. Yeah, maybe I'll render fat a couple times a year. I think this is the third time in the last year that I've rendered some beef fat. That's about it. But it makes a nice tasty fat. I'll show you guys the finished product. I'm throwing it in the oven at 375. That's probably a good temperature. You don't want it too high or it will get too dark. You don't want it too low or it will not render very well. But I want to throw that whole thing in the oven. And I'll show you here too. For those who don't have a pan, you can throw in the oven just a regular sheet like this. You can see those sitting on there, can't you? You see that? That would work too. But anyways, I'll throw those in the oven. They ride for a couple hours. In the oven. But the finished product is nice. It's worth it. So I'll just throw them on in there. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours for the straining of the oil and setting it aside, all that good stuff. Okay, so it's been in there for a couple hours. Halfway it was getting a little dark in there, so I did turn the heat down to about 340. But you can see here, that's the finished product. Lots of grease has come out of those. I'm just going to pour that off into Mr. Measuring Cup. You can see plenty of good fat there. And good to use, just like you would use coconut oil or butter. Use it for frying stuff, and particularly good on potatoes. How much did we get out of that? That's 2 cups, so that's quite a bit. And is it worth it to do that to a tenderloin? I don't know. I think it is. It's certainly makes the house smell like beef. I don't know if you're into that, but anyways, that's another useful thing you can do with the good old beef tenderloin if you buy them whole. And so that's it for this one. Something to think about. Thanks again, Matt Stone of 180 Degree Health.